Tonight we have the brand new 2023 Nextool Captain multi-tool. Now this is Nextool's version of the Leatherman Wave. So we'll go ahead and take a look at it and see how it measures up. Now, first of all, what I notice about this is that it seems like Nextool has made this bottom part a little bit more streamlined, and it seems a little bit more easier to handle, perhaps you could say. It looks a little bit lighter. So on the outside tools, all these are locking. We have got the knife, and then it locks into place like so. We have the scissors, and I was really pleased with that they did add a pair of scissors on the outside. So that's a lot of times these Leatherman Wave copies, they actually do not add a pair of scissors. So let's go ahead and let's see. So I'm not sure if it's where I'm getting these scissors at, but I am struggling to cut through paracord a little bit more than some other scissors. So now, obviously, if I hold it like that, well, even like that, it's binding up some. So unfortunately, these scissors don't seem to be quite as good as some other ones I've tested. I don't know why. They do have a little bit different profile on them, but so that might be something you want to think about. I think for most tasks they should do fine, but again, they did sort of bind up on the paracord. All right, so we've got the knife, we have got the scissors, we do have the saw as well, and then we have the file. Now this is marketed as a diamond file. And then we have the normal file on the other side. It is a three-sided file. We do have some at the bottom as well. So again, all these are locking. They've got the locks right there. Then you depress these as well. All right, so opening this up, another thing that is different is we have spring-loaded pliers. Now, a lot of times these copies of the Leatherman Wave do not have spring-loaded pliers. The Nextool does. And the plier head will be a little bit different shape than we're used to seeing. So for instance, the Byberry, or I guess I could bring out the Felissa multi-tool. I feel like that head looks a little different. It seems like it extends to a finer tip a little bit, where this has a little bit more of a blunt plier head. Now you have the soft wire cutters, the hard wire cutters, and then I think these are more like crimpers, but they label these as cutters as well at the bottom. And then we do have inside tools. The inside tools on this side, we have an awl and we have a bit driver. Now, this is where things get a little bit even stranger because none of these inside tools lock. So I'm not sure why all the other copies, or all the other copies of the Leatherman Wave, the inside tools lock. Now I could understand if the outside tools didn't lock and it was meant for European countries, but when you've got the knife lock but the screwdriver doesn't, I don't understand that. So you have got a Leatherman style bit holder. This is definitely going to be different. Most all the other copies have a 1/4 inch bit driver, but they went for the Leatherman style. And this is actually a Leatherman bit in it that I took from my Leatherman kit. Now how this works is you've got a piece of metal in there. You can't see it very well, but it acts as a spring. And then you hold that into place and then the metal pops out. So it's not extremely solid. It's not going to fall out, but it doesn't have the detent or the indent like the Leatherman screwdriver bits do. So here is the Nextool bit. Now you can see with the Leatherman, there's that divot right there in the middle, and that holds it into place, almost locks into place. This one doesn't have it, so it's a double-sided bit and it's smaller. And it fits in there fine. And again, it's a fairly snug fit. but I do wish it was locked in a little bit more. And Nextool, from what I've heard, is working on getting a whole line of these bits. But as far as I know right now, you cannot get a replaceable bit, and you would have to just use Leatherman bits. Now, Leatherman bits, some of them have a hard time fitting in here because of this spring, because the bits, the way they are, some of the hex bits are a little bit thicker on the end. And so it takes a little bit to wiggle them in there. So just be aware of that. It is definitely not a perfect ideal fit. I'm not sure what this piece of metal is on the other side, but it does fit in like so. And then you do have the ruler, metric, and inches as well on each side. Well, actually only on one side of the handle. That's different. So on the other side of the handle, you do not have the ruler. So it's just on the one side. And then we have the last remaining tools. And let's see, we have the large screwdriver and then the bottle opener. We have the can opener, like so. And we have another large screwdriver. They label this as a pry bar rather, or a crowbar, I think, actually. But it does seem like it's more of just a large screwdriver. So those will be the last tools. And again, none of these are locking. They just fold into place. So this is the brand new Nextool Captain. It does retail for $54 on their website. I think on AliExpress I had to pay 60 some for it perhaps. You will pay shipping on Nextool's website, so that might account for maybe I got a little bit cheaper shipping on AliExpress. I will leave a link for this probably just to Nextool's website, and you can decide whether it's safe to buy up there or not. This is their brand new release. It does come with a drawstring pouch. There are no pocket clips. There are no actual pouches to carry this on your belt. It will be just right there at the 4-inch, just a little bit over 4 inches actually, and it will be about 1 inch wide. And then you can see right here, it is about a half an inch, a little bit over half an inch, just under 3/4 inches thick as well. So it's not an extremely heavy tool. Like I said, it does feel like this narrowing down here makes it feel like a little bit more narrow tool, but it definitely does have some quirks. It is a little different, and I'll let you decide if that's good or bad. It definitely has some differences from all the other multi-tools out there in its combination. All right, so these are the instructions that come with it. We have, again, the scissors, the knife, the saw, the file, and so it talks about the needle nose pliers, regular pliers. It does have replaceable wire cutters, hard wire cutters, stranded wire cutters, the scissors, and then what we've talked about there. And then these are the implements that are in the inside. It does have a wire stripper, which I did not mention. So these are the inside implements, and again, the ruler just on the one side. Overall, I think it has some good potential. It is a little bit of a mixed up multi-tool. I'll have to think about this one and let you know what I think a little bit later on of this tool. Hope you've enjoyed this first look, and I'll see you in the next video.